Brazil's prison system has one of the largest incarcerated populations in the world, operating over 70% of its capacity and dealing with increasing incarceration rates over the years. The systemic neglect involving inadequate resource management, oversight, and accountability mechanisms led the Supreme Court to declare in 2015 that our prisons are an unconstitutional state of affairs. Additionally, the prison system is managed and mostly financed by the states, which represents a challenge to offer coordinated response on a national level. Brazilian prisons were hardly affected by the COVID-19 outbreak, given that its main factors represent the opposite of what is recommended by sanitary authorities. We have almost 800,000 people confined in overcrowded places already plagued by infectious diseases. On the top of that, the system is known for having poor health assistance as well as poor sanitary conditions. The lack of public resource and of priority given by local governments made it even more complex to achieve adequate and quick response to deal with the pandemic. The recommendation seeks to offer guidelines to support the judiciary in implementing best sanitary measures recommended by national and international organizations considering the prison context. Guiding principles were established on a national scale to protect persons deprived of liberty, magistrates, and all civil and public agents that are part of the criminal or juvenile systems, especially the ones in the risk groups. The recommendation aimed at increasing the judiciary efficiency on analyzing and judging cases with security, as well as contributing with other key actors to take actions tailored to local circumstances. The recommendation seeks to have a big impact on local regulations and practice, particularly to guarantee service and routines with a special care concerning the health integrity of inmates, public servants, and magistrates. But we can say its main impact was the urgent release of almost 40,000 people deprived of liberty, adults and adolescents, most of them belonging to vulnerable groups. The quick response possibly avoid a scenario of massive deaths inside prisons, and it is important to highlight that we are talking about a recommendation issued by judiciary and not a law enforcement. 2020 was the first time in Brazil's history that the number of inmates dropped in a year. The recommendation seeks to end all the new routines and practices triggered on a national level can be a model to countries in similar situations, given that its structure and actions can be adapted to other contexts and other emergencies. The responsiveness of local actors and structural changes observed in 1 year will continue beyond the pandemic context, as for instance in the mobilization dimension involving key actors from different institutions. For scalability, international and interinstitutional dialogues need to be developed, connecting key actors worldwide to know and debate this methodology as an efficient tool to deal with urgent and collective issues worldwide. Thank you very much.